As someone who has spent over 6 decades navigating life and learning about health, I can tell you this: the simplest habits are often the most powerful. One of those habits is washing your hands. It's something we've all been taught since we were kids, yet many of us don't realize just how crucial it is, especially as we age. Proper hand washing isn't just about keeping your hands clean. It's about protecting your entire body from harmful bacteria and viruses that can lead to serious illnesses. For us seniors, our immune systems naturally become less robust over time. That's why something as seemingly small as washing your hands the right way can make a huge difference in reducing the risk of infections, improving overall health, and even extending our lives. But here's the question: are you sure you're doing it correctly? You might be surprised at how many people, even those who think they know, are missing key steps. In this guide, I'll walk you through the 5 essential steps to washing your hands properly, the times when it's most important to do so, and the best types of soap to use. These are lessons I've learned and practiced over the years, and I'm here to share them with you because I believe that a healthier, longer life often starts with the smallest actions. Let's dive in together and make sure we're doing this simple yet life-saving habit right. Some of these might surprise you, but by the end of this video, you'll understand why 6 ways to wash your hands properly to help you prevent disease and live longer. If you want to make the most of your golden years, this is information you can't afford to miss. Stay until the end, because the final point we'll cover is something almost everyone forgets, and it could make all the difference. I know you're someone who enjoys watching videos quietly, but please give me a like and subscribe channel because you're a kind person. If the video is helpful, comment 1. If it's not good enough or needs improvement, comment 2. Thank you, everyone. Now let's get started. 1. Why is proper hand washing so important? Let me tell you about my dear friend Carol. She's in her late 70s, full of life, and always the first one to organize neighborhood potlucks. A couple of years ago, Carol caught what she thought was just a mild cold after a trip to the grocery store. She brushed it off, thinking it was nothing serious. But within a week, that cold turned into a nasty respiratory infection that had her struggling to breathe. She ended up in the hospital for nearly 2 weeks. The doctors later explained that the infection likely came from a virus she picked up while touching a shopping cart handle or doorknob and then accidentally touching her face. The kicker? It could have been avoided if she'd washed her hands thoroughly after her outing. This story isn't unique to Carol. It could happen to any of us. As we age, our immune systems naturally become less effective at fighting off bacteria and viruses. That means we're more vulnerable to infections, even from germs that younger people might shrug off. A simple handshake, touching a public surface, or even handling money can expose us to countless pathogens. And here's the thing: those germs are sneaky. They're invisible but persistent, waiting for us to touch our eyes, nose, or mouth so they can enter our bodies and wreak havoc. Proper hand washing is like putting on armor before going into battle. It's not just about getting rid of visible dirt or grime. It's about breaking the chain of infection. According to health experts, washing your hands correctly can reduce the risk of respiratory illnesses, like colds and flu, by up to 20%. It can also lower your chances of getting diarrheal diseases by as much as 30%. For seniors like us, these numbers aren't just statistics. They're life-saving facts. A simple act like washing your hands could mean the difference between staying healthy and spending weeks recovering from an illness. But there's more to it than just protecting ourselves. Think about the people we care about: our families, our grandchildren, our friends. If you're anything like me, you love spending time with your grandkids. But kids are little germ magnets. They pick up bugs at school, on playgrounds, and just about everywhere they go. If we don't wash our hands properly, we could pass germs to them or catch something from them without even realizing it. Hand washing isn't just about self-care. It's about showing love and care for the people around us. And let's not forget how quickly germs can spread in shared spaces. Whether it's a church gathering, a community center, or a senior living facility, we're constantly interacting with others. One person's unwashed hands can lead to an outbreak that affects dozens of people. By taking a few extra seconds to wash our hands properly, we're doing our part to keep our communities healthier and safer. So, why is proper hand washing so important? Because it's one of the easiest, most effective ways to protect ourselves and those we love. It's a small habit that carries enormous benefits, and it's something we can all do, no matter our age or circumstances. Now that we understand the why, let's move on to the when. You might think you already know when to wash your hands, but you'd be surprised how many critical moments we often overlook. Let's dive into that next. 2. When should you wash your hands? Let's be honest. Most of us think we already know when to wash our hands. But do we really? The truth is, there are specific moments in our daily lives when washing our hands is absolutely essential, especially for us older adults. These moments are not just about keeping our hands clean, they're about protecting ourselves and those we care about from harmful germs that can lead to serious illnesses. Let me walk you through a few key times when hand washing should be non-negotiable. First and foremost, always wash your hands before and after eating. Think about it. Our hands touch so many surfaces throughout the day, from doorknobs to grocery carts, and those germs can easily make their way into our food. By washing your hands before meals, you're taking a simple but powerful step to keep your body safe. After eating, it's equally important to wash away any food particles or bacteria that might be lingering. Next, don't forget to wash your hands after using the bathroom. This one might seem obvious, but it's worth repeating because it's one of the most critical times to scrub up. Germs from the bathroom can spread quickly, and washing your hands thoroughly ensures they don't follow you out the door. Another important moment is after coughing, sneezing, or touching your face. As we age, our immune systems aren't as strong as they used to be, which means we need to be extra cautious about spreading or catching germs. If you've touched your nose or mouth, even if it's just to adjust your glasses, it's a good idea to wash your hands right away. You should also wash your hands after handling pets or cleaning up after them. Our furry friends bring us so much joy, but they can also carry bacteria or germs that we don't want to spread around the house. A quick hand wash after playing with your dog or cleaning the litter box can keep you and your home healthier. Lastly, make it a habit to wash your hands when you come home from being out in public. Whether you've been at the grocery store, the doctor's office, or just enjoying a walk in the park, your hands have likely come into contact with surfaces touched by many others. Washing your hands as soon as you get home is a simple way to keep outside germs from invading your personal space. By making hand washing a regular part of your day during these key moments, you're not just following a routine, you're taking control of your health. And remember, it's not just about the timing, it's also about doing it the right way. In the next section, I'll show you the 5 simple steps to washing your hands properly so you can be sure you're getting the most out of this life-saving habit. Let's keep going. 3. 5 steps to proper hand washing. According to CDC, let's take a moment to break this down, because washing your hands properly is one of the easiest and most powerful ways to protect yourself and those around you. Many of us think we're doing it right, but the truth is, a quick splash of water and a swipe of soap isn't enough to keep harmful germs at bay. Let me guide you step by step so you can feel confident that you're doing it the right way every single time. Step 1. Wet your hands with clean running water. The first step is simple but crucial. Turn on the faucet and wet your hands under clean running water. It doesn't matter if the water is warm or cold, both work equally well. The important thing is that it's running water, not standing water, which can harbor germs. Make sure your hands are completely wet. This step helps loosen dirt and makes it easier for the soap to do its job. Here's a tip. If you have trouble with stiff hands or arthritis, use a faucet with a lever handle instead of knobs. It's much easier to turn on and off. Step 2. Apply soap generously. Now grab your soap, liquid soap, bar soap, or even foaming soap, whichever you prefer. Use enough to create a good lather that covers all parts of your hands. Soap is the star of the show here because it breaks down the oils on your skin that trap dirt and germs. For those of us with sensitive or dry skin, a common issue as we age, look for soaps labeled moisturizing or gentle. These are less likely to dry out your skin, especially if you're washing your hands frequently. And if you're using a bar of soap, make sure it's stored in a dry dish so it doesn't become a breeding ground for bacteria. Step 3. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. This step is where the real cleaning happens, so don't rush it. Rub your hands together to create a lather and make sure to scrub all the important areas: the palms of your hands, the backs of your hands, between your fingers, underneath your nails. If you have longer nails, this is especially important, around your thumbs and wrists. These are the spots where germs love to hide, and they're often missed during a quick wash. Scrubbing for at least 20 seconds is key because it gives the soap enough time to break down the germs and dirt on your skin. Not sure how long 20 seconds is? Here's a fun trick. Hum the happy birthday song twice, or sing the chorus of your favorite song while you scrub. It's a small way to make hand washing a little more enjoyable and ensure you're spending enough time on it. Step 4. Rinse thoroughly under running water. Once you've scrubbed for 20 seconds, it's time to rinse. Hold your hands under clean running water and let the soap and loosened dirt wash away. Be thorough. Make sure to rinse off all the soap, especially between your fingers and under your nails. Take your time with this step. Think of it as washing away not just germs, but also the stress of the day. If you're using a public sink, avoid touching the faucet directly after rinsing. You can use a paper towel to turn it off. Or if it's a sensor faucet, you're in luck. Step 5. Dry your hands completely. This last step is just as important as the others. Wet hands can spread germs more easily than dry ones, so make sure to dry your hands thoroughly. Use a clean towel, a disposable paper towel, or an air dryer if you're in a public place. If you're at home, consider keeping a separate towel just for drying your hands and wash it regularly to keep it clean. When you're out and about, carrying a small, clean hand towel in your bag can be incredibly handy. Here's a pro tip. If you're using a public restroom, use a paper towel to open the door on your way out. It's a simple habit that can help you avoid picking up germs after you've just cleaned your hands. These 5 steps might seem basic, but when done correctly, they're incredibly effective at keeping harmful bacteria and viruses at bay. Think of hand washing as a small but mighty act of self-care, one that protects not only your health, but also the health of your loved ones. Now that we've mastered the proper technique, let's move on to the next important question. What kind of soap should you be using? Stick with me and I'll help you choose the best option for keeping your hands clean and your skin healthy. 4. What kind of soap is best for seniors? Choosing the right soap might seem like a small decision, but for us seniors, it can make a big difference in maintaining healthy, comfortable skin while keeping germs at bay. As we age, our skin naturally becomes thinner, less elastic, and more prone to dryness. That's why it's important to find a soap that not only cleans effectively, but also takes care of your skin. Let's dive into the details so you can make the best choice for your hands. First and foremost, moisturizing soaps are often the best option for seniors. These soaps are specially formulated with ingredients like aloe vera, shea butter, or glycerin, which help to hydrate and protect the skin. If you've ever noticed your hands feeling tight, dry, or even cracking after washing them, switching to a moisturizing soap can make a world of difference. For example, a soap with glycerin not only cleans, but also locks in moisture, giving your hands a soft, smooth feel even after frequent washing. Now, you might be wondering about antibacterial soaps. They sound like a great idea, right? After all, they promise to kill germs. But here's the truth. Regular soap and water are just as effective at removing bacteria and viruses from your hands. In fact, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recommends regular soap over antibacterial soap for everyday use. Why? Because antibacterial soaps often contain harsh chemicals, like triclosan, which can irritate sensitive skin. So unless your doctor specifically advises you to use an antibacterial soap, it's better to stick with a gentle, moisturizing option. For those of us dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or limited hand mobility, liquid soap can be a game changer. Pump bottles are much easier to handle than slippery bar soaps, especially when your hands are wet. If you prefer bar soap, look for softer bars that lather quickly and don't require too much effort to use. There are even soap holders with grips or suction cups available to make handling soap easier and safer. Another important tip is to consider fragrance-free soaps. While scented soaps might smell lovely, they often contain added perfumes and chemicals that can irritate aging or sensitive skin. Fragrance-free soaps are a safer choice, especially if you've experienced redness, itching, or other signs of irritation in the past. Look for labels that say fragrance-free or for sensitive skin to be sure. Finally, if you're someone who loves convenience, you might want to explore foaming soaps. These are pre-lathered and ready to use, making the hand-washing process quicker and easier. They're especially helpful if you have trouble rubbing soap into a lather, which can sometimes be challenging for aging hands. In summary, the best soap for seniors is one that cleans thoroughly, protects your skin, and feels comfortable to use every day. Whether it's a hydrating liquid soap, a gentle bar soap, or a fragrance-free option, the key is to choose something that suits your skin type and lifestyle. Now that we've covered what kind of soap to use, let's move on to another important topic: the common mistakes people make when washing their hands, and how to avoid them. Even with the best soap, it's easy to miss a step or two that could leave germs behind. Let's make sure you're getting it right every time. 5. Common hand-washing mistakes and how to fix them. Let's be honest. Most of us think we know how to wash our hands properly. After all, it's something we've been doing all our lives, right? But the truth is, there are some common mistakes that many of us make without even realizing it. These little slip-ups can leave germs behind, putting our health at risk. The good news is, with a few simple adjustments, you can make sure your hand-washing routine is as effective as it can be. Let's talk about some of these mistakes and how to fix them. One of the most common mistakes is washing your hands too quickly. Many people spend just a few seconds under the water and think they're good to go. But to really get rid of germs, you need to scrub for at least 20 seconds. A great trick is to hum the Happy Birthday song twice while you wash. It's a fun and easy way to make sure you're spending enough time. Another mistake is missing key areas of your hands. It's easy to focus on your palms and forget about places like the backs of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails. These spots can hide a surprising amount of bacteria. To fix this, take your time and pay attention to every part of your hand. Think of it as giving your hands a little massage. It's not just healthy, it can even feel relaxing. Then there's the issue of not drying your hands properly. Believe it or not, leaving your hands damp can actually help bacteria grow. Always dry your hands completely after washing, using a clean towel or a paper towel. If you're out and about, carry a small pack of tissues or a clean handkerchief with you. It's a simple way to stay prepared. Finally, some people think that hot water is better than cold water for killing germs. But that's not true. Warm or cold water works just as well, as long as you're using soap and scrubbing properly. So don't worry about the water temperature. Focus on your technique instead. By fixing these small mistakes, you can turn a basic habit into a powerful tool for protecting your health. And remember, it's never too late to improve. Now that we've covered the common pitfalls, let's move on to what you can do when soap and water aren't available. Don't worry, I've got you covered with some tips for using hand sanitizer effectively. Let's keep going. 6. What to do when you don't have water and soap. Let's be honest, There are plenty of times in our daily lives when water and soap just aren't available. Maybe you're out running errands, enjoying a walk in the park, or sitting in the waiting room at a doctor's office. Life happens and germs don't wait for you to find a sink. But here's the good news. Even in these situations, you can still protect yourself. Hand sanitizer is a wonderful tool, and it's something I always recommend keeping close by, especially for us seniors. Why hand sanitizer is important. Hand sanitizer is like having a portable sink in your pocket. It's quick, convenient, and effective when you don't have access to soap and water. But not all hand sanitizers are created equal. To truly kill bacteria and viruses, you'll want to choose one that contains at least 60% alcohol. This is the key ingredient that makes it powerful enough to fight off most germs. Keep a small bottle in your purse, pocket, or even in the car. That way, you're always prepared when you touch something like a shopping cart, a door handle, or an ATM screen. How to use hand sanitizer correctly. Now, let's talk about how to use it properly. It might seem simple. You just squirt it on and rub your hands together, right? Well, there's a little more to it than that. Start by applying enough sanitizer to cover both of your hands completely. Don't be stingy. A dime-sized amount usually works, but if your hands feel dry after just a few seconds, you probably didn't use enough. Once you've applied the sanitizer, rub your hands together thoroughly. Make sure to get between your fingers, around your thumbs, and even under your nails. These are areas that germs love to hide, and they're often missed if you're rushing. Keep rubbing until your hands feel dry. This usually takes about 20 seconds. If you stop too soon, the sanitizer won't have enough time to do its job. Think of it as a mini workout for your hands. When hand sanitizer isn't enough now, while hand sanitizer is a great backup, it's not a miracle solution. If your hands are visibly dirty, say, after gardening, cooking, or handling something sticky, sanitizer won't work as well. It's designed to kill germs, not remove dirt or grease. In these cases, you'll need to find a sink and wash your hands with soap and water as soon as you can. Choosing the right hand sanitizer for seniors. Not all hand sanitizers are gentle on the skin, and as we age, our skin tends to become drier and more sensitive. That's why it's important to choose a product that's right for you. Look for hand sanitizers that include moisturizers like aloe vera or vitamin E. These can help keep your hands soft and prevent cracking, especially during colder months when the air is dry. Also, avoid sanitizers with strong fragrances or harsh chemicals that can irritate your skin. Practical tips for carrying. Hand sanitizer. Here's a little tip from my own experience. Keep hand sanitizer in multiple places so it's always within reach. I like to keep a small bottle in my purse, one in the glove compartment of my car, and even one by the front door. That way, I never forget to use it when I come home from being out and about. You can even get travel-sized bottles that clip onto your keychain or fit into your pocket, so you're never caught without it. A friendly reminder. While hand sanitizer is incredibly useful, remember that it's not a complete replacement for good old-fashioned hand washing. Think of it as your second line of defense. If you have the chance to wash your hands with soap and water, always choose that first. But when you're on the go, hand sanitizer is a quick and effective way to stay protected. So the next time you're out and about, whether you're shopping, visiting friends, or just enjoying a beautiful day, make sure you've got your trusty hand sanitizer with you. It's a small step, but it can make a big difference in keeping you healthy, safe, and ready to enjoy life to the fullest. When it comes to protecting your health, sometimes the simplest actions are the most powerful. Washing your hands properly might seem like a small thing, but it's one of the easiest and most effective ways to prevent illness and stay healthy, especially as we get older. Think about it. With just a little soap, water, or even hand sanitizer, you can stop germs in their tracks and give your body a better chance to fight off infections. That's no small feat for such a simple habit. Let's quickly revisit what we've covered. First, we learned why hand washing is so important, particularly for seniors whose immune systems may not be as strong as they once were. Then we talked about the right times to wash your hands: before meals, after using the restroom, or when you've been out in public. We also broke down the 5 steps to washing your hands correctly, making sure to cover those often missed spots like between your fingers and under your nails. And let's not forget the importance of choosing the right soap or hand sanitizer, especially if you have sensitive skin. Even when soap and water aren't available, we've seen how hand sanitizer can step in as a reliable backup. It's easy to carry, quick to use, and a lifesaver when you're on the go. The key is to use it properly and make sure it's always within reach, whether it's in your purse, your car, or even clipped to your keys. But more than just the how-tos, I hope this guide has inspired you to think about hand washing as more than just a chore. It's a simple act of self-care, a way to show your body some love and respect. Every time you take those 20 seconds to wash your hands, you're not just cleaning off dirt. You're taking a proactive step to protect your health, your independence, and your ability to enjoy life. And here's the best part. This isn't just about you. By keeping your hands clean, you're also protecting the people around you, your family, your friends, your grandchildren. It's a way to show them you care, to set an example, and to contribute to a healthier, happier community. So, as you go about your day, remember this. Every time you wash your hands, you're making a choice. You're choosing health over illness, prevention over risk, and action over inaction. It's a small step, but it's one that can lead to a big difference in your life and the lives of those you love. Take this as your gentle reminder to slow down, take care of yourself, and never underestimate the power of small habits. You've lived long enough to know that the little things often matter the most. So, let's make hand washing a priority and keep moving forward, healthy, strong, and ready to embrace all the wonderful moments life still has in store for us. You've got this. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to support our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. Your support means the world to us. See you in the next video.